Hi, I'm Robert. I'm in TY and I'm here for a day in the life of a researcher at Elementary Pharmabiotics Centre in University College Cork. I am here with Dr. Mary O'Connell Motherway, who is a researcher here at APC. So what's your typical day like as a researcher?
So a typical day as a researcher is very busy. I have my own project to look after, so I conduct my own research, but as well as that, you'll see since you've been in the lab here this morning, we have several PhD students, and we also have undergraduate students currently undertaking their fourth year projects in the laboratory. So while I conduct my own research and perform my own experiments, I also coordinate research and the daily research activities of both the PhD students and the undergraduate researchers. Now, our main focus in the lab is microbiology and molecular biology. So everything to do with microbial genetics we perform here, with a specific emphasis on bifidobacteria and how these contribute to health.
Okay, so how much time does a researcher like yourself spend in a lab?
So as regards to the time we spend in the lab, we do spend quite a lot of the time in the lab because the majority of our activities are practical activities where we research in the lab to provide evidence for our theories and to prove our various theories.
So are there any particular scientists that inspired you?
Well, I suppose from your perspective, you've been very familiar with the Ice Bucket Challenge this summer, and that has all been to raise awareness of motor neuron disease in Ireland and to raise funds for motor neuron disease. So I suppose particularly inspirational scientists would be clinician scientists who really work with the patient at the bedside and bring the patient's illness to the scientists in the lab who work with that. And in that way, translational research is performed, and really the outcomes of the laboratory research are brought back to the bedside and implemented at the bedside for the treatment of the patient. So one particular researcher who has worked on that would be Orla Hartman, who has worked in motor neuron disease and is testing a number of drugs for their clinical application for patients with motor neuron disease. Another person would be Professor Barry Plant, who's working on cystic fibrosis. And cystic fibrosis is quite an important disease in Ireland, where there are a lot of patients that have this disease.
That's it for my day in the life of a researcher here at APC. For more information, log on to scienceweek.ie.